unavoidably, our bodies age. Still, some of us seem to age more slowly and stay healthy for longer. Like Jean-Louise Calment, who is so far the longest living person ever recorded. At the age of 85, she started fencing. And she was still cycling until she reached 100 years old. She passed away at the age of 122 years and 164 days. Bart Deplancke, who is based in Lausanne and is leading a Systemsx.ch project focused on aging, is very interested in discovering the secrets behind her long and healthy life.
Living a long and healthy life is a matter of luck, of lifestyle, and of genes. Now, we all know we can't control fate, but knowing the function of genes that are linked to aging and knowing which versions we have of these genes in our genome can really have a large impact, even to the point where it may allow us eventually to become healthy centenarians.
Bart Deplancke's research is aimed at identifying the effects of genes related to aging in the complex environments of cells, organs, and organisms as a whole.
We all can appreciate that making certain lifestyle changes can really have an important impact on our health. For example, if you know that you have high cholesterol, it's probably best to reduce your intake of greasy foods. But that said, there seems to be some people in the world that benefit from a certain genetic makeup that protects them from a very harmful lifestyle. For example, there's some people that smoke all of their lives and yet they never develop lung cancer. And by the way, this was true for Louise Calment as well. And so this is really a mystery. We really want to understand how these genes in this genetic makeup act. We want to understand which versions of your genes you have, either good or bad, and so that we can either promote or limit their impact. And then we want to change your lifestyle or even invoke a certain treatment such that it can have a lasting impact on your health.
So far, scientists have identified 30 genes that are expected to be key players in human longevity. The next step now is to understand their behavior and effects inside cells. In humans, this is an almost impossible task because we have a long lifespan and our environment exerts its effects on us for decades in a very diverse way according to what we eat, what we breathe, what we do, and where we go.
But luckily we can work with animal models, since animals such as mice, but even flies or worms, have genes, surprisingly enough, similar to humans that also affect aging. And these animals we can raise in very standardized and controlled environments. And that makes it much easier to study the role of a gene that is linked to aging.
For instance, these two worms are the same age, but the one on the left looks much more active. This is because it got the lucky version of a gene that influences its overall fitness.
As part of our project, our collaborators are creating very complex mathematical models. And this helps us to understand how a gene interacts with other genes or even with environmental factors. And then we have to study data collected on real people to see how the predictions and hypotheses that come forth from these complex mathematical models can be confirmed in the real world.
Researchers think that in a few years it will be possible for each of us to have a complete fingerprint describing which form of the genes related to aging we possess. This is likely to totally change our perception of getting old, transforming it into something much more under our control.